So Nintendo made a Switch 1 and a Switch 2 Direct both this year with showcasing a lot of new games. And my thoughts on it is that there are actually a lot of cool games that I've seen, especially being that the last Switch 1 Direct was actually one of the best ones I've seen. But the Switch 2 Direct, although a lot of the games are repeated, I've seen that some of the games that were repeated, unfortunately, what I thought of that was that those games probably weren't some of the best ones. Like some of the I mean, they were good. Like we've got a new Mario Kart and Donkey Kong Bonanza, but for the price tag, it's probably not worth it at the moment. Now we are in the middle of a trade war, which is probably why some of those games are priced ridiculously high, but otherwise it wouldn't necessarily be this high. But there were some people who are saying, okay, maybe this company is just charging extra because they want to, because of the management, but it's a complex situation. I have found a few articles on this as well, and this is like from what I've seen, is that the games are actually gonna potentially drop because a couple days ago there was like a cut in like tariffs from like most parts of the world, including Vietnam, which meant that game prices should like probably drop. And for now, like both the console and the games, but we can't be so sure for now, especially with like some of the changes that are being made around the world. And there's another article that talks about Mario Kart World and what's like going on with this whole situation with the new games. And something else that's changed a lot is that the game boxes, they've made it really different. Like there's a massive red line and it says Switch 2 um, in like large text. And that was like mainly because um, in the past when Nintendo made successors like sequel consoles, uh, especially the Wii U, that was not really successful as it was mainly confused with the Wii. And those who knew it, like they thought it wasn't worth it for the price as well. Although it did have some really good games like Super Mario Maker, Splatoon, and Yoshi's Woolly World. So I believe there'd be like some new titles on Switch 2 as well that could be coming out, like some titles we're not really aware about just yet, like game titles, because we already know like Donkey Kong and Mario have been there since like the NES and Mario Kart SNES, but new titles cannot specifically be too sure on that. So basically, my thoughts are some of the games like Smash Ultimate will probably be an addition game because Smash already is really good, but games like probably like ARMS and Splatoon 3, which I'm playing right now, they could make a successor game like Splatoon 4 and ARMS 2. And what I'm thinking with that is that if Nintendo does actually make new games and introduce new titles and potentially like lower the prices of the games because the console prices is good, but the games are ridiculously expensive. So if it's something like 50 or 60 pounds in the UK and 60 or $70 in the US, that would actually be understandable because $90 is outrageous. For Australia, it kind of makes sense, but for the US, that's outrageous because Australia's currency is a little bit weaker. and even in Japan and other parts of Europe, like in Germany and France, we can see the games are like really expensive there. So the price of the games is something I'm hoping to change, and also some new titles. And since Smash Ultimate's already so good at the moment, I honestly don't know how they could make a Smash 6 even better because they might have to downsize the roster for that. So for Smash, I'm hoping they just make it a Switch 2 edition game and if possible, potentially add like maybe Fighter Pass 3 or even Fighter Pass 4 into the game if they, they're able to, because that would make it like a massive celebration of all different games and like Nintendo and third party series. And to have a 100-player Smash game would actually be awesome, but we're not sure how possible that is. Anyway, I hope you found this interesting and this helped clear out a few more doubts and basically my thoughts on the upcoming Switch 2 launching on June the 5th. And I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.